Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. Season 4 of My Hero Academia. We are finally here. I can't believe it. And everyone's been telling us, oh, you gotta get to Season 4, you gotta get to Season 4. Can't wait for y'all to get to Season 4. It's gonna be insane. And I'm like, I'm well aware that it's going to be insane. I mean, it's My Hero Academia, for goodness sakes. My Hero is always a boatload of fun. What else is there to say? I mean, what can we say other than let's just get to it? I want to see what's going to happen. Y'all ready?
Sure.
Are y'all ready? I can't hear you, but I'm just going to assume you said yes. So here we go.
United States of
I can't believe we're never gonna see him in action again.
How about you get back to work, fanboy?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have on that villain he fought in his last battle?
The police aren't releasing any information about him.
The story will just fall in your lap! You have to get out there and chase it down!
Am I interrupting? Anger's really not a good look on you, Chief. Now come on, give us a smile. Sounds like you're looking for a story.
What's with his eyes?
I don't know.
Quite a statement. But what do you suppose he meant by it? You bastards are next on my list? Or something more along those lines?
What are you suggesting here?
4 months ago, All Might took a position as a teacher at UA High. He's been assessing the next generation of UA students, hoping he can find a successor among them. Considering how he phrased his message, I believe he's already selected one. At first, I thought it was one of UA's big three. Third year, Mirio Togata. He pays regular visits to the agency run by Sir Night-Eye, All Might's former sidekick. However, it appears that All Might and Sir Night-Eye have parted ways. From what I hear, All Might's been spending an unusual amount of his time with the students in Class 1A. But those League of Villain attacks have UA pretty spooked. Security's considerably tighter. A freelance journalist like myself would have quite a difficult time gaining entrance to the campus.
Yeah, I get it.
I'll provide your paper with an exclusive scoop. For a substantial fee, of course.
They want to do a feature on your class for some reason.
Isn't that amazing, Deku?
She's so close!
That's kind of surprising, huh?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, the sports festival was on TV.
Principal Nezu thought it would be a good idea. This will show your parents and guardians that you're happy here. Maybe set a few minds at rest.
Newscasters are usually hot. This is awesome. If she wants to write an article about my sticky balls, I'll give her an all-access pass. I'll let her.
I expect you all to be on your
Thank
best
you, Aizawa.
behavior today.
I hope he washes those.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tanio Tokada. I'm looking forward to learning more about you all. Just go about your day exactly as you normally would. The camera will do most of the work. I might ask an occasional question or two, and I hope you'll answer. I'm sure I'm in very capable hands. This is Class 1A, after all. Every student here is a promising hero candidate.
Ida, if there's a problem, let me know immediately. Got it?
Of course, sir!
I can tell this reporter is up to something. Doesn't feel criminal, though. I'll leave him to it for now.
Large curry and 5 yakisoba bowls.
I can narrow the roster down if I think about who All Might would consider worthy of his mantle. The most likely group is the 6 who made it to the finals in the sports festival. Katsuki Bakugo's abilities are certainly on par with those of pro heroes, but in middle school he declared he would surpass All Might. Shoto Todoroki was the runner-up at the sports festival, but his father is the number 2 hero, Endeavor. That leaves third-place winners Fumakage Tokuyami or Tenya Ida. Or maybe Eijiro Kirishima. No. I trust my instincts. They've gotten me many scoops. My gut says he's the one. He will be the next symbol of peace.
Nothing much. I just got back from a regular checkup at the hospital. I was starving afterwards, so I stopped to grab a bite, which turned into a whole thing.
I can't believe you're in my store! You've inspired me so much, All Might.
I brought the extra buns for your class.
Of course you did. Always thinking of others, huh? With how popular you are, I'm surprised you're not mobbed everywhere you go. The symbol of peace.
Now it's your turn. You and the rest of your class.
Right.
Getting late. Squeezing in one last workout?
Oh, yes. Do you want one?
Yes, please.
So you're a huge All Might fan too, Mr. Tokuda?
Ha, anyone my age who says they aren't is totally lying. That or they're criminals. Do you know about the bombing that took place at an industrial complex 18 years ago?
Yeah, of course I do. It was really terrible, but All Might managed to rescue the 24 people who were working there when the explosion went off.
All Might saved my father's life. The blaze was so bad that even the rescue squads couldn't get close. And yet...
Fear not, citizens! Hope has arrived, because I am here!
I turned my camera on without thinking, and the picture I took ended up in the paper. Seeing All Might that night brought a spark to my life, one that I still carry with me. What will happen to our superhuman society in the future? Will we be okay?
I understand. People are starting to worry about what happens next. I have to work harder to make sure I use One for All the best I can.
We still have hope. It's your turn.
What, a picture? But I don't see a camera. And how'd you print it anyway?
Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
I can
Oh.
produce them everywhere.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Freelance journalist
Ugh.
Takuya Tokuda. His quirk, whole body lens. He can even print pics from his chest. No wonder he ends up with so many scoops.
Ugh.
Now, it's your turn.
And I think that he was saying that to you. The quirk you manifested is a power type like his. And in middle school, you tried to rescue Bakugo when he was captured by a villain, despite the odds. And after you enrolled at UA High, at the same time, he became a teacher here. I believe you are All Might's successor.
Well, the thing is...
You can't lie, can you? That's good. After all, heroes speak the truth.
Huh? I'll go see if Deku is still outside training. I wonder what they're talking about.
I'm not writing an expose, even if I did have evidence. To be honest, I should probably be apologizing to you. You see, I was never planning to report on dorm life. I apologize. I just had to know that there's still light in this world. And now I can encourage others. I won't be lying when I write that there's still hope in the world, even if All Might has retired. Thank you.
Sure.
One more thing.
That's weird.
I'll keep it under wraps until later. When I publish my book about you, I think I even settled on a good title. When the new symbol of peace was young. What do you think?
I'll try my best, and I'll live up to that name. And Mr. Tokuda left without telling anyone else in my class goodbye. After hearing what he had to say, I once again felt just how big a responsibility I'd inherited.
Something smells super good.
Yeah. All Might brought by some snacks for everyone earlier. I almost forgot about them.
What are they?
Meat buns.
Seriously? Let's get them on the table before they get cold.
Good idea.
There's my favorite reporter! So, Spill, did you find out who All Might's successor is gonna be?
Apologies. It turns out I jumped to the wrong conclusions.
Do you have any idea how much begging I had to do to get permission for you to go on?
I'm very sorry about it, Chief, but I didn't come back empty-handed. See? Here's All Might buying and eating a meat bun.
A candy! So cute! Well done! I never doubted you! You always pull through!
Much obliged.
Me too. Me too, because I was afraid that dude was just going to be like...
Yeah, they did a pretty good job of making him seem really suspect.
Yeah, like the talking to the chief lady, and both of them went like, like the villain, thing. I was just like, uh-oh.
Well...
It was like, they're working for the League of Villains, and they're about to find out that Midoriya is the successor. But luckily, he seems like a good guy.
Well...
He was also a fan of All Might, because he saved his dad. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, he owes All Might that as much. I mean,
it wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be for a recap episode.
Not really. No, I didn't feel that. I'm seeing if there's an after credits, which it does not appear that there is. No, there is not one. I don't think. Should just be like a... Oh, no, there is something. Let's see what's up. You fucker.
The vague sense of unease from All Might's retirement grew stronger. Soon, it would manifest in ways we couldn't imagine. And become something truly terrifying.
Yeah. Wonder what his deal's gonna be. I mean, that's just...
That reminds me of the Plague Doctor from SCP a little bit.
Yeah. And he's scary. He's very scary. Yeah. The very moment he hears your cough, it's just like... He's like, oh, a patient.
Well, he says there's a sickness like on humanity. It's like the... I can't remember what he calls it. But
A blight, I think?
something. It's like he seems to at random decide that certain people have it, and if he decides that you have it, he wants to operate on you. So
And there's nothing really that can stop him until his attention comes to something else.
his subjects, or his patients, quote unquote, basically become zombies.
Yeah. And that's one of the more terrifying SCPs. He's one of the most memorable ones. Because now they've made several other ones. Like, they officially made Siren Head an SCP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't get the whole Siren Head thing. That's like, I mean, I'm gonna get roasted for this, I'm sure, because there's so many people that are fans of it, but it's like a dumber Slender Man, in my opinion.
Well, I think... Well, the reason why is because it's... I find it terrifying to a certain extent because if, you're out in the woods and all of a sudden you're just like walking around and you look to the left and the trees start walking and then you look up and then its head peers through and it lets out that pretty much Silent Hill siren. It's just like, well, and it chases you down and crushes you. I mean, that's pretty terrifying.
I would just be like, for real?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even, like, be that scared. I would just be like, that'd be fucking kidding me.
Well, dude, there's a Fallout...
so stupid.
Well, dude, there's a Fallout mod that actually had Siren Head in it that was actually pretty terrifying.
I feel like Nick would just be flipping in the bird like, you're a dumb concept.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that would be exactly like that.
Fair enough.
Like, the bottom half of you is crushed. It's like, I still hate you.
Yeah.
You're still stupid.
Well, everyone's got their opinions on stuff.
He'd like get your like red Foreman on as like this thing is coming after you.
God, I could see that. It's just like,
Who came up with you?
I'm gonna put my foot up their ass.
What a dumbass. You know what you look like? A dumbass.
And you sound like one too.
Thousands of infinitely scarier things that could be coming out of the
Well, of course, dude. There's always stuff that's going to be scarier to you, but to some people out there, they just like the concept and the idea. I mean, there was a short film that came out a while ago that was actually pretty terrifying. Did I get it? Got it. Yeah, got one of the gnats. Hate those little bastards.
I guess it's like people that don't find the Grudge terrifying. Like, it's just differing.
Yeah, it's differing opinions.
Psyches on what you find scary, you know?
Yeah, true.
I think the Grudge is goddamn horrifying.
I couldn't help but laugh at the Grudge.
I've never seen it.
I've heard a lot of people say that, and I'm like, dude, if that happened to you in real life, you can't tell me you wouldn't shit yourself.
Well, if a lot of stuff happened to you in real life, you'd shit yourself. For instance, if Darkness Falls happened in real life, you'd shit yourself. But honestly, that movie is so dumb, I can't help but laugh at it. And I remember watching Gravity Falls with not Gravity Falls, but Darkness Falls with my dad, and also The Grudge with my dad. And
the Leprechaun is kind of the same way. I mean, like you laugh at him, he's a great actor and everything. It's a hilarious set of movies, but if you actually have him trying to murder you,
because he thinks he's
Probably have
got
a
your
little
got
bit
his
of
gold.
different opinion on him.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And that's the thing.
Same thing with Chucky, most likely. Like,
Oh,
Chucky
dude.
doesn't terrify me at all. Like, I know a ton of people are horrified of him though.
Well, I know you're terrified of him now because he could
I'm just
potentially
like,
kill
anything
Aubrey
small
Plaza.
enough for me to punt is not particularly scary, but at the same time, if I punt him and he keeps coming at me with a knife over and over again, when am I gonna go to bed? Like, I can't punt this guy forever.
You see, a long time ago, Gavin had the concept of like the most unappealing, like unterrifying villain ever. It was you literally got a briefcase filled with millions of dollars, infinite money, and you got immortality with it. But your entire life, no matter what, there was always a snail coming after you, and if it touched you, you die. Yeah. So the killer snail. And all of a sudden, it's just like as soon as the snail comes to you, you just step over top of him, and he's just like, fuck, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
well,
it's just the time that he sneaks up on you, because as they've also said with the meme, it's like, I have trouble believing that snails are so freaking slow, because how can they be that slow yet? It's always like, boom, there's a snail. Like, where'd he come from? Like,
No.
you know, it's like...
Well, they are slow, but as the story of the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. And snails are always moving, and they're very durable. That is, well, oh wait, slugs are the ones that die if you pour salt on them.
Well, a snail would do the same thing.
Well, snail, yeah.
Because if it tried to crawl over it, it would.
It's kind of a weird, similar concept to It Follows.
It is, which they like.
Is not particularly like, you know, the entity is not particularly fast, and you can go a long way away from it, but eventually it's going to catch up to you.
They've actually shown how you can beat the entity. They've actually shown how you can beat it. You actually trap it underground to where it can't climb out, and you pour concrete on top of it.
I think I talked about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I would dig a giant hole and pour concrete on the fucker and see if it can get out of concrete.
Yeah, and if you come back one day and there's a hole there in the concrete where it used to be, it's like, oh, well, I guess that didn't work. Because they did everything they could in the movie. You know, they even accidentally shot one of their friends while trying to shoot it. Good job, by the way. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love ambiguous endings, but to that, like all
people in the comments were like, well, clearly they killed it, and I'm just like,
no, there's no clearness about it. No, because right at the end, it's
people were like, clearly they had sex and they passed it on, like she passed it on. That was just at best an insinuation as well. Like they were like, oh yeah, he went and gave it to the hooker, and I was like, it made it look a fuck ton to me like he was thinking about it, and then he didn't go through with it. Like, so
yeah,
I don't think so either.
You know the concept of It Follows?
Yeah, I've heard it where it's like basically like anybody they sleep with, this demon follows them.
The worst STD ever.
Sexually transmitted demon.
Yeah.
The demon can look like anything or anybody it wants to try to like fool you, like, but all it does is walk towards you.
Right.
And if it touches you, you're dead. But like, it walks pretty slow, and you can see it coming. If you can catch it coming, but it can be coming up like while you're not paying attention.
And no one else can see it. No one else is affected by it
can
can see
it.
it.
If you passed it to, it reattaches to you and comes back for you, so it keeps going down the line.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wow.
So you can pass it on, but you still always have to be on guard for the rest of your life, because if the person you passed it to dies, then it's coming back for you after that.
Yipes.
Mm-hmm. And I really did like the movie a lot. It was a really terrifying concept, but they didn't give me a resolution that I was happy with at all at the end, because it was so vague. I couldn't tell if they were leaving it open for a new one or if it was resolved. Like, they left it so vague.
Well,
like, other movies will definitely tell you, like, one way or another at the end. It's like, we're either leaving it vague and you know we're leaving it vague, or we're not leaving it vague and then you don't have to worry about it. But this one was just like, we're so vague you can't even tell if we're leaving it vague.
Well, for me at the end, here's what happens at the end of it. All of a sudden, like two of the main survivors, you know, the last two people to have sex, with the monster attached to them, start walking down the street hand in hand, and as they're walking down the street hand in hand, all of a sudden behind them you see someone like walk onto the street behind them and just start following them, and it's at that point like the music starts to like go creepy again as soon as you see that, and it's just like, wait, is that the? Oh no! And the movie ends. and it's for me.
It's.
But they never.
The music doesn't go creepy. There was no music in the
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well.
It, so I saw it twice. And
yeah.
It was still vague as fuck. It was literally just at the end they hold hands, focuses on their hand. There is someone in the background walking the same way behind them, but they are so far away that it's just like.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't focus the camera on them. It didn't like linger on that person at all. Like it was just like it just ended with them holding hands at the end, and it was kind of like, okay, like after like all of that,
roll credits.
It was just kind of like it basically looked like all they had to do was shoot the thing, and that was the end of it.
In which they'd done that before in the movie, and it didn't work.
Did they?
Yeah.
When did they shoot it before the end of it?
At the beach.
They didn't have a gun at the beach.
Well, they shot. Well, I know that they shot it in the head previously.
No.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot it till the end.
I haven't seen this movie, so I don't know. Tell us in the comments.
I watched it twice. They didn't shoot it till the end of the movie. And it's dumb that just like shooting it worked. If so, like because nobody thought to shoot it before. Like,
could have swore they shot it before the pool part. I'll have to go back and watch, see if I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So we got off topic there. Sorry about that. So let's move on to the next episode. So hopefully we will see you all there. And until then, I'm Nate.
Micah.
And we'll see you then. Peace out.
You're a dumb concept.